Chickpeas are always a side dish. They're always just thrown into a curry or on top of a salad, but really they should be the star of the show. And falafel is a great way to put chickpeas into the spotlight. So grab yourself a couple cans, crack them open, and drain the juice out. Now don't throw this liquid away. It has a variety of uses, one of which is an eggless meringue, and if you want to learn about that, I made a video on it. Once those are drained, give them a rinse and put them in a bowl. Then just start smashing. These don't have to be pureed or anything, just roughly mashed, and a few whole beans won't hurt anything. Then we need to chop the parsley. Now if you don't have fresh parsley, you can use dried parsley instead. And I'll make sure that I leave all the ingredients and substitutions in the description. When I'm making the falafel batter, I like to use the stems of the parsley because we'll need to use the leaves a little later. So I do about half stems and half leaves. But either way, it doesn't really matter. So after you've put that in the bowl, we need to chop the onion. You can either finely dice this, or you can grate them on a box grater. You'll need around half of a big onion or a whole small onion. You can use whatever onion you have, even green onion. And this can be substituted for onion powder. Then we need to add some salt, a little pepper, and baking soda. The baking soda is what's going to make the inside of these falafels light and fluffy. Now here's where you can add whatever spices you want. Cumin, coriander, paprika, whatever floats your boat. Now it's time to add the flour. And here you're going to have to use your judgment a little bit, because depending on if you cut the onion or grated the onion, you're gonna need more or less flour because the onion releases more juices when you grate it. So start with a 1/4 cup, and if things are still looking a little too wet, add another 1/4 cup. You'll know it's enough flour when it holds together like wet sand. Then cover that and stick it in the fridge for half an hour. Now while that's resting, we can make the sauce for these guys. Start with some yogurt. It doesn't matter what kind as long as it's plain and unsweetened. And here I just used some cashew yogurt. And then we need some more parsley. This is where I like to use the leaves. And I went a little heavy on the parsley here. You really only need about 2 tablespoons once it's all chopped. And then I also chopped up some cilantro, or you could use mint. Either way works just as well. It just depends on your taste. Then add the other half of your lemon juice, and you can also add the zest of the lemon if you want. Then you're gonna add some salt and pepper. Now, I forgot to put the garlic in, but it would be 1 clove of garlic or a half a teaspoon of garlic powder. So whenever I make these guys, I always make a cucumber and tomato salad on the side. But I only have this tiny tomato right now, so I added some bell pepper in as well this time. I peeled the cucumber and chopped that up. I chopped up the bell pepper and the tomato, and then just threw it all into a bowl. Now the dressing for this salad is super simple. It's just a little more lemon juice, olive oil, and some pepper. I don't salt this until it's on the plate because I don't want to draw the moisture out of the veggies. Now when you're cooking these guys, you have 2 options. You can either deep fry them or you can pan fry them. If you want to deep fry them, portion them out. I like to use this cookie scoop, but you can just estimate the size. It doesn't have to be perfect. Then roll them into balls and fry them at 350 for 5 to 7 minutes or until they're golden brown. If you're looking to pan fry these, portion them out the same way, but this time smash them into little patties. Then put a pan on the stove and heat that on medium. And once it's hot, pour a good amount of olive oil in, about 3 tablespoons, and then set your falafel in there. You want to fry these for about 3 minutes per side, or until they're nice golden brown and crispy. So to serve these, we ideally would have some pita bread, but I don't, so I decided to make a falafel sandwich. I grabbed a couple slices of bread, put my falafel patties on, top that with my sauce, and then put the other slice of bread on top. Then I put my salad on the plate and sprinkled over a bit of flaky salt, but any salt will work just fine. Now these aren't traditional by any means, but they're an easy way to make canned chickpeas into something special. Sub things out when you have to, and don't be afraid to change it up to your taste. Remember to use what you have, try and stay home if you can, and we'll all be cooking alone together. Stay healthy, stay safe, and thanks for watching.